My name is Richard Batt. I'm an independent filmmaker, and for the first time, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of the Gabriel Jones Show. We followed 3 sets of guests, Peter and Jane Worthy, Colin and Debbie Foster, and Chris Tucker and Joe Riley. The show host and brain behind the latest in a long line of reality chat shows, Gabriel Jones. In keeping with his man of the people media persona, we first meet Gabriel at his local community tennis courts, which he supports and plays at whenever he can squeeze it into his busy schedule. Gabriel, your show is a modern-day sensation with viewing figures that have catapulted you onto primetime television. How do you explain this success?
Well, Richard, a good team and our brave guests. They're the ones who have truly made this happen.
With a familiar format and offering nothing new creatively, why the popularity?
We take things a step further than our predecessors and show the audience what they really want to see. We act as a moral compass for the public, showing hope on the other side, exposing darkness for all to see.
Our first guest is Jane Worthy. She's come on this show to confront her father about his alcoholism. Let's give her our support as she comes out. Welcome to the show, Jane. Would you like to start by telling the audience why you contacted the show?
Thanks, Gabriel. I contacted the show because for about 10 years now, my dad's been drinking really heavily. In the past 6 months, it's just gone downhill. I just want him to prove to himself that he can do it.
And you knew that bringing him on this show would give him the help he so desperately needs. You're a brave girl, Jane, and it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Do you remember your father during his army years?
Not really. I mean, he was always supportive, like, for the amount of time him and Mum were together, which wasn't very long, but he'd always visit us when he was on leave.
How were things initially when your father left the army?
He really struggled. He had served for so long, it was just a bit of a struggle.
How quickly did you notice there was a problem?
I thought he was coming to terms with everything, but I noticed after a few months, and he struggled to get through a day without drinking. He had a job done at the newsagents, and I thought that would help, but I just didn't stop the drinking.
Did he seek help from a doctor?
He isn't the best patient. My boyfriend tried to help him, Martin, but they just don't get on very well. I mean, sometimes he'd be up all night with his friend Darren, and even on his break at work he'd pop in for a drink.
What made you contact the Gabriel Jones Show?
Well, I've watched it since it started, and some of the people you see on there, I just thought, my dad's not as bad as some of them, and maybe I'd be able to get some of the help. And Jess explained to me that everything that sort of happened...
Jess Raven from the show?
Yeah, she's really nice, yeah.
And how do you feel about going on the show?
Excited? I never said he was violent. It's not like I say he beat me up on purpose or anything.
But he has beaten you up.
He hasn't beaten me up. He was drunk once and I helped him up the stairs and he fell and slipped on me. It was an accident.
According to our research, you broke 2 ribs and suffered severe facial bruising. Are you telling us this was an accident?
Yes.
Why are you protecting him? He doesn't deserve your protection. Where is your self-respect, woman? Let's bring out your dad, shall we? See what he has to say for himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Worthy. Welcome to the show, Peter.
When Jane told you about the show, what was your reaction?
I didn't really want to go on the show. I've seen these types of shows before when I was in the army. They were really popular with the younger lads. I used to watch them in the mess. They roll these people out and shout and scream at them, as if that's going to do any good. I don't know, I find the whole process quite humiliating, really. Anyway, Jane really wants to go on the show. She's begged me. Well, I suppose there's no harm. I've been on the front line quite a few times in my life. I suppose I can handle a TV show. Anyway, who knows? A night away in a hotel with my daughter might do us some good.
So, Peter, do you think you have a drinking problem?
I'm not one of those bums, you know. 10:30 in the morning, can of special brew in their hand, sitting on a park bench. I work, I look after my family. I just enjoy a drink.
How long have you and Peter Worthy been drinking buddies?
God, we were buddies at school together. We even joined up together, you know? Yeah, life's changed a lot since we were away serving our country. People, places. Life's changed. But we've still got each other. Yeah, no. Not in a gay way. He even let me live with him for a while I was sorting my shit out. Oh, sorry, can I say that?
How do you feel about going on the show?
Oh, brilliant, you know. I'm really looking forward to it. I've never been on TV before. Hey, maybe I might get noticed by one of them talent scouts or them modelling agencies, eh? Nah. Well, you see, all I really think of it is that it's a free night out in a fancy hotel. Maybe they'll have a free bar.
A little bit nervous. I've seen his show on the TV before. I can't say I'm keen. But it's important for my daughter, so we'll give it a go.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, sweetie.
All right?
Yeah, I'm good. You okay?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, we're just waiting for Darren.
Okay.
But he said he was just round the corner, so here he is.
Geezer, we's gonna wreck London tonight. Yeah, I hope we've got a good mini bar, eh?
Yeah. Right, so I suppose we better go straight out.
Come on in.
Let's go then, team.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I want to say that I'm very...
Not to me, Peter, to your daughter.
Look, sweetie, I just want to say I'm really, really sorry. I know I've got to change. I know I've got a problem, and I'm going to look for the help that I need.
We've heard it all before. I'm sorry, I want to change. Time to change the record. Just how sorry are you, Peter? Sorry you broke your daughter's ribs whilst drunk?
Now, look here, that was an accident. Ask Jane, she'll tell you.
Jane has told us all about it already, and about your drinking. Jane wants to hear you admit you have a problem. Jane wants to hear you admit it to yourself. And she wants to get you some help. Before you respond, let's bring out your friend Darren. He served in the forces with you. Maybe he can shed some light on what has caused your problems. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Parker.
No. I'd just like to say I've known this bloke for 30 years, and Peter, he's a thoroughly decent bloke. He served his time in the army and all that. He's fully entitled to have a drink in his own home, and he's not hurting anyone. And furthermore...
Precisely, Mr. Parker, as long as he's not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
But people have got hurt, haven't they? Poor Jane has had her ribs smashed in, and how many mistakes are going to be made at work whilst drunk? Peter, your behaviour is hurting the people who love you. What do you have to say for yourself?
Okay, so it's a stop drinking, it's ruining your life, and I haven't seen my kid for 10 years, and a cheating boyfriend lie detector one. Give us the details, Moira.
Okay, let's start with the piss. Let's start with the alcoholic.
Just the 3 wombats for this show?
That's right. The daughter called the show. The dad was in two minds, but I think we've convinced him now, and his drinking buddy is on board.
Is that all?
Well, yes. Well, for now, anyway. Actually, it says here that the dad has now been sober for 3 months. Sorry, sober for 3 days. Can you try not to write like a dyslexic amoeba? Sorry?
Moving on, then.
The Fosters, he approached us. Daughter's been missing for years. They've tried everything. They say that we're their last hope.
What's research dug up?
It's a sad story. Trail went cold about 16 months ago. We've got a team on it. They said they'll let me know.
Sounds great. I'm sure we can help these people out. And the third?
The Rileys, and cheating boyfriend is on board. Lie detector is done, so that gives us a week to go, which is good. And the girlfriend's a right slag. She seems to be some kind of serial chat show guest. She's applied for all the big shows, so we could have some fun there.
Is that it?
I'm afraid you're going to have to step out now.
client's confidentiality, sensitive stuff and all that.
Hold on a minute, I thought we were invited to this meeting.
As I say, client confidentiality. If you wouldn't mind, you can wait in the green room. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guests are Colin and Debbie Foster. They wrote to the show asking us to help find their daughter, Tina, who has been missing for 10 years. We can only imagine what this family must have been through. Colin's insistence that he just needed to know what happened struck a chord with us all here at the show. We put everything we had into finding the answers Colin so desperately needs to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Colin and Debbie Foster. Welcome to the show. Would you like to start by telling us what happened 10 years ago when Tina first disappeared?
Tina was very young when her mum died. Fiona was in a lot of pain at the end. She didn't want any of us to see her like that. It wasn't easy explaining it to Tina. She was only 4 at the time. But I was very lucky. My friends and family were very supportive.
Did you meet Debbie after Fiona passed away?
Yes, that's right. In '96. Well, Debbie and Tina got on just great. And in 2000 we were married.
When did you start to suspect things weren't right?
Well, everything was wonderful. And then, when Tina was 14, she started to come home late from school. We're quite out of the way here, so she had quite a long bus journey. Anyway, it turns out that she was hanging around with some of the older kids. Smoking, drinking, that sort of thing. But nothing serious.
We spoke to her about it and agreed sensible boundaries. You know, firm but fair. For about 6 months or so, everything was fine.
Then on March the 21st, 2001, Debbie knocked on Tina's door in the morning with a cup of tea, as usual. But Tina had gone. No note, nothing. Just gone.
She'd taken about a few clothes and about £50 from the holiday tin. That was it.
She was 15 years old. I didn't know what to do.
Why do you think she ran away?
I don't know. She was happy, clever. She had so much to look forward to. I've spent so long trying to answer that question, and I just don't know. The only thing that makes sense is that she was tempted away by someone.
We did everything we could to find her. Campaigns, weekends walking the streets of London with flyers, contacting the homeless shelters, calling the police in all the big cities. We even offer rewards. We couldn't have done more.
So you're hoping the show will be able to find out things that you couldn't?
We've spoken about it for a long time. We know this is our last chance.
Was it a hard decision to go on the show?
Whatever the outcome, I just need to know.
So, Colin, with the show only a few days away, care to share your thoughts?
Haven't been this nervous since the day that Tina was born. But I don't care what they've found out. Whatever it is, I'm ready for it. I just need answers.
And if she's there, if they found her?
I can't think about that, Richard. I can't get my hopes up. I mean, I haven't seen her for 10 years. She'll be a woman. She'll be so different. I can't get my hopes up. I just can't think about it.
How are you finding the show so far?
It's been a very interesting experience. You deal with some very diverse people, many of them in real need of professional help.
My dear Richard, that's why it's so fortunate they come to us. It raises awareness for all those people who don't want to come on the show but need help. The good we can do reaches far and wide.
So you offer a support service to your viewers as well? Do you provide a counselling service?
No, just to our guests. But we do provide contact details and a telephone number. It's all on our website.
I've often wondered how the after-show care works. It must be demanding with all those guests. Do you run a team of counsellors?
No, it's just me. And you're right, it's very demanding.
You must travel a lot. Your guests are based all over the country. How do you fit them all in?
That would be horrendous. I would spend all my time in the car. No, they come and see me here. I do all my work out of my office here at the studio.
And what about those who live far away and can't afford to travel?
In my experience, I found most people can scrape together enough cash for one trip to London. I recommend those online cheap ticket finders. They're very good.
One session? Surely that's not enough for some of these people's issues.
No, of course not, but additional sessions are available and at a very reasonable price. Or we can refer them to a counsellor in their area.
Do you assess the counsellors you recommend?
It'd be ridiculous, so I don't have time to be travelling all around the country checking out counsellors. But if we hear of a guest who's had a bad experience, of course we cross that counsellor off our list.
How are you both feeling?
We don't know what to expect, really. The guys here have kept it pretty quiet.
We're not allowed out of the room. They won't tell us whether she's here or not. It's driving me mad. I just need to know that she's okay.
I know Tina's not my daughter, but I feel like she's my family. Watching Colin go through this is too much. It's all a bit overwhelming, and to think she could be on the other side of that wall.
Now, come on, love. Look, we've talked about this. You can't think like that. We've been disappointed so often in the past. I mean, I can't help thinking, though. I mean, why all the secrecy? Why keep us shut up in here? I know I said we mustn't think like that, but...
It's the waiting that's killing us.
Come on, love, we've waited 10 years. Another few minutes won't kill us.
A few minutes. Christ, I must look a mess. Hardly got a wink of sleep last night. The bloody hotel phone's ringing all night. And I've been crying already. We're not even on the stage.
So she was under pressure from you, Colin, to do well at school and find some new friends. Of course, Debbie is not Tina's real birth mother, so how did that affect Tina?
Well, it took us a bit of getting used to for all of us, really, but Tina accepted Debbie.
And I never tried to be her mum. I only ever tried to be her friend.
Maybe that was part of the problem. Colin, how do you live with the fact that you could well have caused your daughter to run away? Do you blame yourself at all?
Well, you're bound to question your actions in these situations, but I never hit Tina. We always gave her our love and support. Obviously something was wrong, otherwise she wouldn't have run away, but just wish she'd have spoken to us first.
Doesn't that defeat the point of running away, Colin? In your letter, you said you wanted to know the truth, no matter what you find out. Do you still feel that way?
Absolutely. No matter what Tina's done, we just want to know what happened to her.
Well, Colin, we have some answers for you. Our research team picked up Tina's trail a year after she left and 3 weeks after her 18th birthday.
This is quite a show to cut your teeth on. How are you coping on one of the most popular TV shows in history?
Oh, well, it's hard work, but if I want to make a career in TV, there's no better place to start.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the show's critics?
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a runner. I don't get to decide who goes on and who doesn't. I just make the tea and do as I'm told.
So you disagree with some of the choices the show has made?
I never said that. It's a good show and people like it. And we do help people, it's just that...
Just what?
What? Sorry, never mind.
I'm sure you do more than make the tea. What does your job entail, exactly?
Well, I mainly deal with the guests. They can be quite demanding, so that and the groundwork.
What's the groundwork?
Well, making sure the guests are ready before they go on air, making sure they're suitably motivated before they get on stage.
Would you say this groundwork makes the guests more likely to react in an emotional way?
Well, Gabriel says it makes for good TV if they're a bit, feistier.
There have been reports in the past of guests being kept up all night with phone calls or being fed rumours by the crew about each other, all to get them tired and disturbed before they go on. Have you ever come across anything like that?
I don't know anything about that.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said I don't know anything about that kind of thing. I'd just make the tea.
And do the groundwork.
Yes, and do the groundwork. Look, can I get on? I'm really, really busy.
Yes, of course.
Our final guest, Jo, is here to find out whether her boyfriend is lying to her. She says he is always out with another woman. When he gets back, he gets straight into the shower and won't talk to her until he is finished. There are also unexplained scratches and even a love bite. Chris says he is so confident he's telling the truth, he's prepared to take a lie detector test and is too busy looking after Jo's kids from previous relationships to even have an affair. Let's welcome Jo out now and see if we can't unravel this together. Hi, Jo. Would you like to start by telling the audience what has made you doubt Chris's loyalty?
Hi, Gabriel. Well, it all started when he stopped coming straight home from after picking the kids up from school.
What reason do you have to suspect that Chris has been cheating on you?
Oh, well, it's obvious, ain't it? I mean, take today, for instance. He texted me 6 times to see when I'm coming back from Tom's. It's only so I won't walk in on him in that woman. Yeah, he goes to meet her after he picks the kids up from school, says they're having coffee mornings. More like shagging, I reckon.
So you confronted Chris about his actions?
About what?
Have you talked to Chris about it?
Oh, we don't talk about nothing else. But, I mean, if I can't trust the man I live with, then... I mean, he's great with the kids, and he's nice to me. I mean, he don't hit me or nothing. But I need to know what's going on. I need to know if he's shagging this slag behind my back.
Do you think you'll find the truth?
Well, that's what this show is all about, the truth. I mean, my favourite bit is the lie detector test. I can't wait to see the look on Chris's face when he gets caught.
Before I know what's what, he's staying out for coffee mornings. He's staying out later and later.
Tell us about the showers.
Oh, yeah, well, after he's been with this woman, right, he comes home and he gets straight in the shower. He won't stop to talk. Well, it makes me wonder what's going on.
And do you know this woman he's supposed to be seeing?
I haven't met her. He has tried to bring her home, but I am not having that slut in my house in front of my kids.
So he's not even being sneaky about it. He's flaunting it right in front of you. You mentioned a love bite.
Oh, yeah, well, 2 weeks ago, he comes home with a great big love bite on his neck and he even tried to cover it up with a turtleneck jumper. But I knew something was up because it was during a heat wave. And then what with the scratches on his back, I don't know what to believe. I mean, I need to know the truth.
And what happens if he is lying?
Oh, well, that's it. Yeah, if he's having an affair, it's over. I can't trust him anymore.
Let's bring him out and see what he has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris. Now, before we read out the results, what do you have to say for yourself?
Are you having an affair?
No, I am not. And to be honest, I don't know how she thinks I could be. Well, look, Jo works all the time and I have to stay at home and look after the kids. Well, so the only time I leave the house is when I'm on the school run. I don't understand it. I don't make a fuss about her male friends.
And what's the story with Laura?
Look, I haven't got many friends. Well, I mean, apart from Laura. But there is nothing going on there. With Jo's kids, well, they go to the same school as Laura's. So, like, we go down the park or go round to her house for some tea if Jo's working late. Look, I help her out. And, well, with Jo being out a lot, I miss adult company.
Do you think you'll achieve anything by going on the show?
I don't know. I hope so. I mean, I love Jo and the kids and I'd do anything for them, but, you know, the accusations, they've got to stop. Maybe the show will put an end to that. If it does, well, I'm all for it.
You're a big fan of the show then, Tom?
Oh, a huge fan. I can't wait for my appearance. Watch out, Gabriel Jones. You're about to meet Tom Gow.
How do you know Jo and Chris?
I first met Jo at school. It was my 3rd in a year. I was not having a good time, you know. It wasn't that I didn't get on with the teachers. In some cases, we got on a little too well. Sorry, Jo was the only person who understood me. She used to protect me from bullies. Now it's my chance to show how much I appreciate her by standing up for her when she needs me.
How will Jo and Chris cope on a live show?
This is her third time on a reality show. She was on UK's Youngest Mums on Trisha. I got that one out on the library. She was great on that. Then it was binge drinking and I out with the girls on Jeremy Kyle. I'll never forget that shot of her getting out of the police van. They had to pixelate that. I'm her biggest fan.
OK, do you believe Chris is having an affair?
Jo thinks he is, and that's good enough for me. We'll know soon enough, though. I've met this Laura once. It's all a bit suspicious.
Oh my God, I cannot wait!
Right, Heat magazine, go to London. See you later. Bye.
Oh, no, don't embarrass me, Tom, right?
I'll try not to.
Thanks, Candy. I'm going to read
Well, bye, kids. Be good for your nan, all right? All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, guys. I guess you want that interview now.
Hi, Moira. How long have you been working on the show?
4 years, right from the start. I started as runner and worked my way up to production manager.
Well, that must have been hard work on such a hugely successful show.
Gabriel and I have always got on, and he recognised my potential.
And now you help run one of the most popular shows on TV.
I do.
And where do you see the show going next?
We want to get bigger and better, more dramatic.
More controversial?
It's true, there has been some controversy over the years, but we're dealing with people, and people are unpredictable.
But don't you vet the guests, make sure they're not dangerous or too unpredictable?
Our research team are very thorough, but it's true some do slip through the net.
Like your guests last year, when a husband beat his wife to death after appearing on your show.
An unfortunate event. We did offer a counselling and support, but you can't force people to take it.
And am I right in saying you currently have 3 court cases pending?
You'd have to discuss specifics with our legal department. You mentioned 1 or 2 people with complaints. You can't please everyone. Some people try to take advantage of our success. But think of the hundreds, thousands of people we've helped. The reunited families, those who've kicked addictions, and the abused partners that we've rescued.
I was under the impression this was a TV show, in the business of making money and securing ratings.
We can help people because we make money. It's really not complicated. We provide hope to the nation and support to those who really need it. Now, excuse me, I must get on. Hi, you must be Jane Worthing's boyfriend, Martin.
Hi, yeah.
Hi, been looking forward to meeting you. Come with me.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your stay in the hotel? It looked expensive.
Not bloody likely. I was only there for 20 minutes before that Martin Rock turned up. I mean, what's he doing here? It's the first I've heard about it.
Sounds like you've had a bad night.
I saw him in the hotel and it all kicked off. I mean, the things he's been saying about me, he hasn't got the guts to come up and say it to my face. I mean, the crew here have been great. I mean, they've been telling me everything the little been saying about me.
So how are you feeling about going on the show now?
Well, I've told him I'm not going on the show with him here. I am not going on with that Martin Rock
yes,
here.
Yes, I got your message. Mr. Jones would like to speak to you. He's in his office. Can I take you there now?
Yeah, good, because I'd like to speak to him too.
After you. Mr. and Mrs. Foster, Mr. Tucker and Miss Riley have arrived. They're in their changing room settling in. Maybe you'd like to go and speak to them. Their names are on their doors.
Woo! Welcome to the party room. Yeah! Come on in, guys. Woo!
Joe, Tom, how are you guys feeling?
Oh, I feel good, really good. I'm gonna be on TV.
Shut up, Tommy was talking to me. Well, I just hope that the truth will come out here and that we can all move on with our lives. I'd like to confront Chris and his little bitch and make him see the pain he's put me through.
Hi guys, I'm Gabriel Jones and you are Joe and Tom. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Hi Gabriel, it's a pleasure to meet you. Excuse my friend, he's not house trained.
Oh, it's such an honour, Mr. Jones. I've read all your books and I've watched all your shows. Oh, how you overcome that cruel addiction to sex with expensive prostitutes was a real inspiration for both of us, wasn't it, Joe?
Shut up, Tom.
Always a pleasure to meet a real fan like yourself, Tom. I hope you enjoy being on the show. Now, can I get you guys anything at all? Good. If you need anything, don't hesitate to let my staff know. I'll see you on the stage. Break a leg. And don't forget, this is your chance to say how you truly feel. So don't hold back out there. I want you to give it to him straight down the line.
Well, I just hope that the truth will come out here and we can all move on with our lives. And I'd like to tell Chris that to stop keeping us up all night, because he's ordered room service at some ridiculous hour. Well, if he wants to play rough, then I'm ready.
Yeah!
Amen to that. I'll see you on stage.
Is that Peter Murphy's dress? She's coming out. Hi, Chris. How you feeling? You ready for the show yet?
Well, just about. But I'm sorry. I'm not being rude, but I hardly got any sleep last night. What with the interviews, and then the counselling, and then more interviews. I mean, I'm absolutely exhausted. I don't think there's anything left they could ask me. And then I was woken up this morning at 4:30 by room service with a full English breakfast. Well, I mean, I never ordered one, so, mind you, I think I know who probably did, just to wind me up. Well, anyway, I didn't want it to go to waste, so I ate it. But the black pudding, it's not been sitting right.
Are you nervous?
Well, I know I'm innocent, so I am not worried about the lie detector, but I am worried about going on TV. I mean, most of my friends and family watch the programme, so I'm worried about, you know, being made a fool out of.
Are you not worried that the show may be setting you up to look like a fool?
Well, I mean, I have watched the programme before, and I do think to myself when I see the guests, oh, where do they get these people from? And, you know, I mean, I may not be a rocket surgeon or a brain scientist, but I am not an idiot. Look, I just want all of this to be sorted out. I know I'm innocent, and I want to prove my innocence so I can go back to living a normal life and not be treated like a dog. Sorry. I'm just a bit on edge, what with the late night phone calls and the black pudding. Sorry, you'll have to excuse me.
Now, look, Joe, I am not having an affair. I never have, and I never would. And I just hope that these results put the end to all the accusations.
You seem very confident. Or are you just not taking this seriously? This is your relationship on the line, man. Who is this woman? Are there more?
There is only one woman, and she's not a woman. Well, I mean, she is a woman, but she's not the other woman. Her name is Laura.
And we can see you have no problem rubbing your girlfriend's face in it.
Look, I met Laura at the kids' school, where I take your kids every day. Her kids are friends with Joe's kids, and, well, recently she lost her husband, and we just got talking, like, and we're just mates, like. And, you know, I help her out.
What about this love bite and the scratches?
Ah, yes, well, they weren't from Laura, they were from Kathy.
How many women are you involved with?
Oh, actually, Kathy is one of my children.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I didn't want to say anything, because I didn't want to get her into trouble. Anyway, don't blame me. I only look after the kids. They're not even mine. And I work, and when I get a friend, this is what happens.
Chris, tell us more about the kids.
Ah, yeah, well, there's Kathy and James, and they are from Joe's first marriage. And then there is David and William, and they are from her second. And then there's Michael, and we're not really sure who Michael's father is. It could be any one of three.
I'm not going to apologise for my life. I have been through hell. I'm not going to make me look like the bad guy.
So, Chris, let me get this straight. You are looking after 4 kids, none of which are yours, and you also work.
Yes, but I do only work part-time because of the kids.
And Joe, what do you do?
Well, I am...
She's unemployed.
I can answer for myself, thank you very much. I am not unemployed, I am self-employed. I am still at the opening stages.
That's admirable, Joe. What is your business?
Well, me and Tom, we've got a talent agency called Tojo Talents.
And do you have many clients? How does that work?
Well, at present, it's just me and Tom, mainly Tom. I scour the nightclubs looking for potential clients.
So while Chris is looking after your kids, you're out clubbing with Tom. Let's bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom.
How dare you treat my friend like this? You're a cheating bastard and you don't deserve Joe. I don't know why she puts up with your excuses and you're a control freak. I read a text message on your phone. It said, miss you today, see you tomorrow. Why would this Laura be missing you if nothing was going on?
Oh, you bloody idiot. She just meant she missed me at the school when I picked the kids up. Anyway, what are you doing, reading my text messages?
Yes, Tom. What were you doing on Chris's phone?
It was Joe. She told me to do it. If you weren't shagging some bird, you wouldn't have to.
Tom, you idiot, I don't need to read a text message to know what's going on. I know when I'm being cheated on. He's always got an excuse. You think he'd never done anything wrong in his life. Well, listen, Chris, I ain't stupid. I know when I'm being lied to, and you've got it written all over your face. I bet you can't wait to scuttle off and meet her, can you? Just admit it, you are shagging her. Stop hiding behind your excuses for once!
I am sick of these accusations. Look, let's get to them results. Let's put this to bed.
Right, let's find out exactly what's going on here. Now, before we open this, Joe, you came on here all self-righteous, demanding Chris take a lie detector test, but we are not the first show you have been on, are we? In fact, it seems you have applied for them all. And after talking to you today, I can see that you have some serious big issues. You're getting your friend to spy on your partner who is raising your kids. You're off living it up in nightclubs, sleeping with clients. You're a mess. Chris, I think you need to seriously consider your current situation. Joe, your behaviour is sickening. It's disgusting how you carry on in front of your kid. And although I can't condone it, I could certainly see why Chris would find love in the arms of another woman. Look at the state of yourself. You need to pull it together for your kids. Chris, we asked if you ever kissed another woman whilst you've been with Joe. The answer...
Gabriel, did you manage to get Mr. Worthy calmed down? Is he going to be appearing on the show?
Oh, yes. Mr. Worthy is very motivated to appear. He just needed a little reassurance. Howard is with him now. Howard Barry, that's our resident psychologist. Have you met him?
Yes, we have.
Tremendous fellow. Real lifesaver. Mustache will be on soon.
I've already said that I'm sorry. And look, I don't make mistakes with the kids at work. And besides that, we don't sell alcohol. And Darren's right. I did serve my country. I did fight for my country. That entitles me to a drink, doesn't it?
Hear, hear.
Dad, a few drinks is fine. But with you, it's a few drinks every hour. I can smell the drink from here. You're just rattling up these old stories just because your friends come on here. If he was a real mate, he'd stop sponging off you and tell you to get a real job. But you're too drunk to see it.
Jane, you can't talk to me like that.
You want to give your old man a little bit of respect. He brought you into this world.
He shagged my mother.
He was off all around the world with your dead friends, whilst my mum was looking after me. You want to stop sponging on him? You're a disgrace.
And you're just a stupid little He always worried about you and your mum. He always made sure you had food on the table. Had food on the table. Now get out! I'm having you!
Let's keep this thing civilised. For those of you who missed it, this is Martin, Jane's boyfriend. Welcome to the show. Do you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, too right. Ever since Jane and me got together, it's been dad this and dad that. I mean, look at him, he's a liability. He is always drunk. And Jane hates it. I mean, every time he comes around the house, stuff goes missing.
You lying little I have never, ever stolen anything in my life. If anybody's a parasite round here, it's you. I'll tell you what, my son, if you'd have been in the army with me, I'd have had your guts for bootlaces!
Peter Worthy, look at what you're doing to your family.
I really, really don't have to put up with this.
Just come this way. If you can just take a seat. That's it. Stay calm. Breathe. It's going to be okay.
You know what I see? I see a pathetic excuse for a friend, insulting women for speaking the truth, and you're drunk.
Now look, you hold on a minute.
No, you hold on. Who do you think you are? Messing with a man's family and you come on my show drunk. You need to take a good, long, hard look at yourself.
I don't have to put up with that. Who the do you think you're talking to?
I'm Gabriel Jones, Mr. Parker. And if you can't handle it, then you need to take a good, long, hard look at your life. Should we see if we can get your dad back out here?
Peter, are you going to come and see this thing through to the end?
I told you, I'm not going on if that little is out there. This is between me and my daughter.
Would you like to come off stage with me?
Okay, she's just gone to take him away, okay? Let's go. Come on.
Right. It's just you, me, and Jane now. Let's get this thing sorted. Jane, what is it you really want to say to your dad?
Dad, I just can't take it anymore. We've come on this show to help you out. And you smell of booze out of all of the days today. I just can't watch you do it to yourself. I'm sorry, I've just got to go. I've got to leave, I'm sorry.
Jane, please, don't leave. Please don't go. Don't do that. You're all that I've got. I know I've got a problem. I know I've got to change. I've admitted it. Look, I'm an alcoholic. I've admitted it. Please don't leave me, Jane. Jane.
I guess we all have our limit, and sometimes we need to draw a line in the sand. It's a sad story when a family is torn apart by drink. There is nothing worse than family separation. Years of lies and untruths can be as devastating as a bomb when they finally come to the surface. A fist full of honesty. The only true cure for a family torn apart. Fight for the truth. Stay with us as we'll be back after the break with a father who has been looking for his daughter for 10 years. Don't go anywhere. It's all happening right here.
Howard, honestly, how much good do you really think you're doing?
Look,
I know some elements of the show are flawed, but this is television. It's not all about the guests. We all know that. All the reality shows are the same, and the guests and the contestants are aware of that. I'm here to help where I can. Sure, I could be doing more if I were working with homeless children on the street or counseling soldiers as they come back from war, but you have to ask yourself, as I have, if I did that, who would help these people here? I mean, without us, most of our guests wouldn't get any help at all. And what makes these people less important than anyone else? I think we all have to find our place and do what we can. Help out and get on, I say.
I think he's afraid he'll pop if he says anything. It's just all so overwhelming.
Yeah.
We are pleased to be here, aren't we, Colin?
We are, but it's very overwhelming. Yeah, I think this is us.
Our research team picked up Tina's trail a year after she left and 3 weeks after her 18th birthday. She was arrested in Manchester with a man, Gary Stevens.
I think Gary was one of her friends. I think I met him once. I wonder if it's the same boy.
Gary Stevens was indeed a pupil at Tina's school.
It was him that stole our Tina.
I know this must be hard for you. The knowledge that it was someone right under your nose must be devastating. Sometimes our failings as a parent are presented to us in such startling ways that we can barely comprehend them. We can stop at any time. Would you like me to go on? There was an arrest in Ibiza, this time for possession of ecstasy and cocaine. 3 months later, there was an arrest again for possession, this time in Glasgow. Tina was charged and sentenced to 12 months, but was released after 3 months inside Drake Hall Prison.
Prison? Oh, Tina, what have you done? I can't believe my ears. Are you sure this is our Tina?
Poor darling, she must have been so lost.
After some time in rehabilitation, the first of 3 trips she'd make in the next 2 years, Tina battled her demons and got herself straight. And we catch up with her in Paris in 2009. There is a marriage certificate between a Tina and Francois Mercier.
Married? And in Paris?
We were in Paris last year on holiday.
Tina worked as a hairdresser in a Paris salon until she was forced to leave. According to our research, she fell pregnant.
I'm a granddad.
Oh, Colin.
At 8 months pregnant, Tina and Francois drove to Bordeaux to visit Francois' parents. They never got to complete their journey. There was an accident with a lorry. Francois was killed instantly. Tina fought bravely, but she lost the fight. I'm sorry, Colin. Tina is dead.
And the baby?
I am so sorry, Colin. It's a tragic ending. Seeking answers, no matter what they are, just goes to show us all what a brave man you are. And for that, you have earned my respect. And the respect of a nation. Take some time now, and Howard, our resident psychologist, will give you the help you need. When you're ready, Francois' parents have said they would like to meet you, and they have some of Tina's things for you. You are both so brave. I hope in time these answers will eventually bring you the peace you have been looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, our hearts go out to Colin and Debbie, but we must seek solace in the fact that the truth will eventually set them free. painful as it is now, in time, Colin will find peace in the answers he sought and will finally be able to mourn for Tina. Not all stories have a happy ending. Some end in tears and anguish, like our next guest. She wants her boyfriend to take a lie detector test to find out once and for all whether he is cheating or not. Stay with us, my friends. We'll be back after this short break.
Oh, one more thing, Jess. What's a wombat?
Oh, well, that's Gabriel and Howard's nickname for the guests. It means waste of money, breath, and time. I don't think I should have said that. I don't think it's meant horribly. Can you delete that? I think it's just like a little nickname for the guests, you know, like silly wombats. Any chance you can delete that?
I thought we were invited to this meeting.
As I say, client confidentiality. If you wouldn't mind, you can wait in the green room.
Can we leave our equipment here?
Yeah, just make sure it's off.
Okay, no worries.
Is that off?
Yeah, the lights are on.
Okay. Okay, so for this alcohol story, I think we can really make an example of a friend, really tear them apart. The audience will love it. Make sure both rooms have full minibars, complimentary. Are we looking for initial separation?
Well, the boyfriend and the dad don't get on. I suggest we put them in adjacent rooms in the hotel. Jess can keep up the phone onslaught. Hopefully they'll each other off. We can play the room again when we get them back in here. We'll split them up. They'll bite, they always do.
Good. Very entertaining. Anything we can use on the lie detector?
The girlfriend is an airhead. Oh, easy target and she's asking for it. Interesting result on the lie detector.
Who knows about this?
Me, Jess, couple of research. Oh, and Howard.
No, I ran the test.
Should I inform the guest?
No, but you're stupid. This is TV gold. From the guest, Jesus.
Sorry.
Usual rules apply. Let's get these wombats cranked to the max. We want them doubting their own mothers before they step out on that stage.
Let the crucifixions begin.
Amen, sister. You all know what to do? Yeah, well, off and do it then.
The answer, Chris, was inconclusive.
Oh, great, isn't it? How'd you get out of that one then?
Shut up! In fact, get off my stage. Go on, get off the show. And you, Tom, too. Get off. Yes, I am being serious. Get off. I'm sick of you. Go. Sorry, Chris. As I was saying, our results couldn't pick up anything because the machine picked up something rather worrying. You have an irregular heartbeat. You should get it checked out by a doctor immediately. It could be serious.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Our lie detector has picked up a defect within your heart. Don't worry. We will help you get the support you need to help rebuild your life. Your appearance on the Gabriel Jones Show could well have saved your life, Chris.
But I don't understand. I mean, look, I feel fine.
Of course, it's going to take some time for you to digest it. You're in shock. Don't worry. You're with friends. Howard, our show psychiatrist and counsellor, will help you get the support you need. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, a family torn apart by alcohol, a family finally able to mourn for their daughter, and a man who has truly had his world put into perspective. And we cannot help but question our own mortalities when we see such powerful stories of bravery. We question our roles in this world and ask, what is really important? We can only hope that Peter sees the error of his ways and finally makes a commitment to change. We can all know in our hearts that it's better to know the truth, no matter how painful. and the resilience of the human spirit is a testament to us all. We can understand how mistrust within a relationship can leave both parties broken and hurting. Suspicion eats away at the soul. But when the cards are on the table and it's life or death, can you really forgive and forget? Let's hope so. I am Gabriel Jones, and I can only promise you one thing: a fistful of honesty. Together, my friends, we will fight for the truth. See you again on The Gabriel Jones Show.
You know which way to go, don't you?
My God, Chris, are you okay? We were watching from the wings. You must be stunned.
Gobsmacked. I don't really know what to say. You know, I did that test over a week ago, which means someone's known for the last week now. I don't understand. Well, I mean, why wait until I'm on national TV to tell me?
Find out.
Gabriel? Mr. Jones? Gabriel? He's not bloody friendly now, is he? You know, he actually shook my hand back there and thanked me for a great show. Sick. I mean, why?
My guess is for ratings, Chris.
Well, I've had enough. I've had enough of TV, of cameras, and of the Gabriel Jones Show. And you can turn that off and all. I do not want to be filmed anymore. And what are you doing here, anyway? Sick. This is real life, not entertainment.
David, look, sorry, we really need to catch this interview. I'll be back in a second, okay? Guys, come with me. Come on. Gabriel Jones. Gabriel Jones! Your guests think your show is a disgrace. You might call them wombats, but you treat them more like cattle. You took a man's potentially life-threatening condition to what, win ratings?
Whoa there, buddy. That's some pretty serious stuff you're saying there. Look, I'd love to have this conversation, but if I don't go now, I'll be late for Elton's birthday bash. Why don't you make an appointment with Howard?
Look, you knew Tina was dead from the start, but you let Colin go on believing that there was a chance his daughter was still alive. Was that just so you could tell him on national television?
I really don't have time for this.
Sleep at night, you evil man!
Look, why don't we all just calm down,
How do you live with yourself? You're sick!
No one forced you to come on the show. It was your choice. You approached us.
Was it Peter's choice to have alcohol planted in his dressing room?
Richard, are we really so different? You have your camera and I have mine. You are making a TV show, right?
Jones, I told you this morning I wanted no part of your show, but you told me I was obliged to pay back the whole hotel bills if I didn't come on. I've since spoken to my daughter, despite your staff trying to keep us apart, and everything you told the both of us is a complete pack of lies. Your show is a lie.
Oi, Jones, I want a word with you. What gives you the right to play God? I ought to report you.
Who are you going to report me to? I have done nothing wrong. You
How
all
the
agreed.
Did you work that one out?
All of you got answers. It's not my fault if they're not the answers you were looking for. Look.
How can you say that? My husband's destroyed. You had us believe there was hope.
You did that all by yourself. All we promised were answers and the truth.
The truth? You lied to me for over a week and pretended everything was all right.
We never lied. And this is entertainment, Chris. We probably saved your life. How about a little appreciation? If you had never come on the show, well, you would have never realised. You probably wouldn't have known.
Saving lives? How'd you work that one out, mate? Yeah, I've hardly spoken to my daughter. God knows what's happened to my mate Darren. You know what you are?
Look, I
You're
really
mate.
These are your guests. You're exposing their emotional vulnerabilities for pure entertainment. I think you do have to listen to what they have to say.
Now, look here, Richard. I don't think I do have to
Your
listen
show has been accused of feeding off of people's pain and anguish. What do you have to say to that?
Well, if people don't like it, they don't have to...
What about the children that have to watch your show? Your show's run before the watershed and there are reruns constantly throughout the day. What sort of a negative effect do you think it's having on them?
Now, hold on a minute. I am not responsible for what parents let their kids watch on TV.
So you do admit that it's inappropriate for children?
That's not what I said.
What about your critics who say that you're nothing more than the ringleader of a freak show? What do you have to say to them?
How do you think Phineas Taylor Barnum became the first showbiz millionaire? The Lazarus brothers in the 1600s, conjoined twins, world celebrities.
Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man, filled the West End with people from all over the world. Freak shows. It's no new thing. Morbid curiosity and a fascination with the grotesque.
Freak shows are a thing of the past, Mr. Jones, and rightfully so. Can you explain to me how you compare your guests to the likes of Joseph Merrick, a man with a terrible physical affliction? Are you suggesting that their pain and vulnerability gives you the right to...
I'm not suggesting anything. These people come on the show of their own free will.
But your guests are all here, Mr. Jones, and I don't think any of them felt like they had any free will, do you?
Everyone who has come on the show knows exactly what to expect, and if they haven't been on the show, then more fool for them for going on TV in the first place.
So you're saying if anyone comes on your show and is emotionally compromised or made to look a fool, then it's their fault for going on your show in the first place?
Well, yes.
Mr. Jones, how do you justify what you are doing to these people?
I don't have to justify myself to you.
You do to me, though, Jones. Come on, I'm waiting.
You signed the contract.
You lied from the start.
We never lied. What we did was merely just get you on this show.
What gives you the right?
What?
What gives you the right?
What gives me the right to what? To make some money, make a TV show, be successful.
What gives you the right to exploit people?
They do! They're the freaks! Parading their grotesque, emotional deformities around. MySpace, Facebook, chat roulette. They want to expose their miserable lives for all to see, be celebrities in their own sad little minds. They deserve everything they get. And if that doesn't work, you can always go on Big Brother and shove a wine bottle up your What does it matter? As long as it makes good TV. This interview is over.